Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast, the weekly podcast about video games with news, reviews, analysis, and opinion. Keeping you up to date on how to wisely spend your money for video games, movies, RPGs, comics, books, and more for over 16 years. Find us online at Gamersledge.com. And now, your hosts.
Hello and welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. Come on in, sit down, and relax. Have yourself a nothing because someone drank all my alcohol at the house, and join us for a conversation about the video gaming industry, a look at what it means to be a hardcore gamer, and a conversation amongst friends. We have a full house this week, starting all the way on my far left from the Midwest. It's Turo.
Hi.
And next to him, the man from the East, the beast from the East, it's Dave. Who's totally on mute, so we can't hear him or watch the camera cut to him.
I was going to say, do you like my new trunks? The King Hippo line, get it? It kind of looked like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, there's actually a bar here called Soda Popinski's that I still have not been to. I need to go to that.
How could you not go to that?
It's downtown, and I haven't had time to go into the city for it. So, but soon.
You need to track down. They gotta have them out there. They have one in Philly that I went to called Barcade.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know they have some out here.
Yeah, great little if it's anything like they do, the concept is they do it's actually like a nice bar, with good food and great beers on tap and everything like that, and old classic arcade machines. So, lots of fun.
Joining us also from the Great White North, it's Kate.
Hello.
And joining us from the other Great White North, it's Matt. Maybe.
He's frozen.
He's frozen. He's frozen like our roads.
Wow. So joining him from 20 miles southeast, is Nick.
Hello.
And last but not least, I am Mark.
I realize Nick sounds more Canadian than Kate.
What?
That's because he plays more Destiny.
Oh, that hurt.
And a wild Matt appears. Welcome back. And it's still cut to Dave, so that's great.
Sorry.
So it's been a busy week for quite a few of us. There's been lots of games come out. It's the new month, so there's free games that came out as well. Let's go around the room and talk about what everyone has been playing. Let's start with the monkey himself. Taro, what have you been up to?
Sorry, hold on. Cut to someone else. I'll be right there.
All right.
I'll just go. It'll be quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This isn't a camera show.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, there's a new Sackboy game that I missed before that was free.
Well, it's not new, but let's point that out.
It's new to me.
It's like 2 years old.
It's
not new.
Never heard of it.
That doesn't mean that it's new. It just means you never heard of it.
But it was free, so it's new to me. I said it was new to me. It's new to me. We established that right away. It was not a lie. There's no lies or misinformation here. I'm very big on that. But it was Run Sackboy Run. It was free, and it's an endless runner. So this is right up my alley. I can now split time with Jetpack Joyride.
Are you still playing that?
Yes.
Shut up.
Every day. It's all he plays. It's like
he's got all the trophies. He's got all the trophies.
Yeah, there's nothing
I
else
stopped
to
playing
play
Destiny once I got all my trophies. Come on,
I got
give
all
it a picture.
I got all the trophies.
Whoa,
There's a deluxe version of the game, and I switched that.
Oh,
and then
Kate hasn't been here for this. We'll get to it.
You got the trophy?
He got the
We'll
trophy.
get to it.
He did
We'll
it.
get to it.
How the hell am I going to make fun of you now?
You can't.
You can make fun of Dave for still playing Jetpack Joyride.
I can't help it. It's like a.
I hand the crown to you.
Oh no, I'll be taking that crown once you get to me.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
She did something new in DOA volleyball.
Hey, don't judge.
I can't because I still play Jetpack Joyride. It's like a thing. It's like right before I go to sleep, I play like 5 minutes of Jetpack Joyride, and then I go to sleep.
Oh, shut up with the 5 minutes.
But
It is.
but Dave,
Sometimes
I
not
see you playing it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you telling me you're going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
That is so not true.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, when do you see that?
Well, I guess it'd be 4 o'clock my time. That'd be 7 o'clock your time. But still, you're going to bed at 7
definitely not. No, I would. The earliest I'd be playing that would be like 9:30 Eastern.
I'm going to watch carefully because I swear that you've been playing this during prime gaming hours when you could be playing an actual video game with one of us, but instead are playing Jetpack Joyride.
No, I mean there might be like time when I can play during with you guys, like when you guys play, because well now for you it'd be like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess, when I'm going to bed at like 11 at night. But actually 11 at night. No, that's not true. I go to bed like 9:30, 10 o'clock anymore. But that's usually when I play a little bit of Jetpack Joyride and then go to sleep. I will be playing some Lego this weekend though, because some of the new sets came out. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
You haven't even opened most of your old sets.
Shut your face holes. That is not the point. I was waiting for.
It's not wrong. It's just not the point.
I was waiting for the new sets.
I'm going to have to be patient because the Doctor Who set's a probable birthday present, so I have to be patient.
Oh.
That's all right. I have no idea when I'll be able to ever buy a game again, so I'll be patient as well. Right there with you, buddy.
Not true, dude. You're gonna get something real soon, and then you'll be like, money out the door again.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Kate, how about you? You have some juicy stuff for us.
Well, I'll start with Record Keeper. I have been still playing that, and I did get, after your advice, I got Cloud's number 2 crystal.
Fist bump.
Yeah, I got it on the first try.
Nice.
After advice. So just been with the Orb Festival. I was playing like crazy because like of the extra experience points. So I have like 11 or 12 people who are at level 65. And Cloud, I'm slowly working him to 80. And I just started playing the thing from tonight, the Setzer event. I just got Strago. And I actually got a good item in an item. I haven't done like a relic lottery in forever because I was just like, screw this, because I never get anything good. But I got Cyan's katana and I got Vanille's binding rod. So it was like, yay! And they both have, like, Bushido Dragon is amazing and Deep Protectora is amazing. So I was like, oh my god, like the one time it was when they were half price in the Orb Dungeon. Like it was 25 Mithril instead of 50. But I was like, oh my god, I actually got something.
Well, during that lucky pull, I got like 3 5 stars in a row. And then it's gone back to hating me again. So I also got Cyan's Saber.
Tetsu.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the other ones were. Did you get the Halloween items?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Because those
the
seem
pumpkin's
like those
actually pretty useful.
It blinds, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was using it because I was just going through the daily dungeons. I'm a bit behind. I was doing one of the Final Fantasy 13 ones, the Palamecia, where it's a winged, or like a, you can't use melee. Mm-hmm. So I was using Tiro with the pumpkin as a throwing weapon. It's actually really, really decent. So
it's gotta be funny to watch him throw pumpkins too.
It doesn't really look like he's throwing a pumpkin because like the animations for the weapons don't look like the weapons. Like when I had,
that would be cool.
I also had Saz in my party with a gun, and he had like the Psycom rifle, which is like super futuristic, and his sprite had like an old-timey shotgun.
Yep.
And I have been playing a lot of Dead or Alive Extreme beach volleyball as usual. I'm getting in the mood for.
Hey, I don't want to hear any snickering from that side of the show panel. Thank you very much, Mr. Jetpack Joyride.
Hey, I have to. I gotta do what I gotta do.
I'm playing more of it now because I'm gearing up for February 26th, which is when Dead or Alive Extreme 3 comes out.
Nice.
And I will take that crown because I have pre-ordered the they call it the Psychio edition or stronger package in Japanese, where you get the Vita Collector's Edition and the PS4 Collector's Edition together in one package with some extra swag, and I don't even have a Vita, and I'm ordering it.
Wow. That's
I want
fairly
the swag.
hardcore.
Yeah, you know
More
something
swag.
that might actually take the crown.
Yep.
That like if they didn't cancel that one Batman game with the Batmobile, like I could have still
Well, I mean,
kept the
because
crown.
I still do want to get a Vita, not just for Dead or Alive Extreme 3, but for other pervy games like Senran Kagura and the new Ultimate. If you've heard of Valkyrie Drive, they have an anime out for it right now. It's pretty much a lesbian anime fighter where they turn into weapons.
So it's every other anime movie show ever.
But like they only get turned into weapons when they get turned on.
Duh.
Wow.
It's like
You
the
know,
game
you
of the
learn
year.
something every day about the gaming industry. That's all I gotta say.
It's the game.
Not-
It's made
not
by the
always
same
something
people
you
who
wanna
do
know.
Senran Kagura. But the anime actually has nipples in it.
Right.
Well, the good thing is, if you just wait like 2 more weeks, you should be able to get a Vita for like $15.
Yeah.
Since they're clearly not trying to do anything with it anymore.
Well,
At least in the
see, what
US.
I plan to do is have either a Japanese or a Hong Kong account on it instead of a US account, because the Vita's still alive and well in Japan. It's just we're not getting anything.
Yeah, mobile gaming's huge in Japan.
Anything else
So-
that you played this week, Kate?
No, but I think that takes the crown away from. I can't make fun of Nick anymore, so I'm the one that gets made fun of.
Oh, who are we kidding? We can still make fun of Nick. It's all good.
Fail.
Matt, how about you? What have you been up to this week? I think your laundry list is almost as long, if not longer, than mine.
Yeah, we're fighting for the top of the stack here, but still playing Tap Titans very, 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 very slowly. This prestige is actually taking me the longest. I'm creeping up towards 200. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not. If I'm going to be patient enough, level the world 200. I don't know what my hero's level is. It's almost pointless to level him up anymore because the only thing that does anything is leveling up your heroes. But anyway. Then I've been playing Broken Age. Been streaming that for the site. Was free last month already now. It's an interesting little point-and-click adventure homage type game. Wasn't sure where I was going at first, but there's a point where it becomes really obvious where it's going, and then it's just enjoying the ride.
I downloaded that.
You downloaded it. Well,
I did.
You should try playing it.
I might.
You might. It's longer than I thought it was going to be, so I'll give it that.
I'm out.
I didn't say it was long.
Was that a world record?
I didn't say it was long. I just said it was longer than I thought it was going to be. I don't even know. I haven't really been keeping track because it's been. I play like one thing and then I turn around and play something else and then turn around and play something else. So it's kind of hard to keep track these days. But one night when you guys were streaming your emo edition of the other game we'll talk about, I'm sure, I went ahead and did Ether 1 again because it was similar, kind of adventure or point-and-click style kind of game, but more of a Myst style to it. Finally figured out what the heck's going on in that game, so made some progress in that. I've been playing Rock Band 4 with the family. Actually went through and uninstalled the game and re-downloaded all the content to see if I could fix a couple of things. A couple of things fixed, and then the patch came out, so that fixed a couple other things. And I still am. There's still something that's not quite right, and I'm not sure if it's really relevant or not. But
they've said that there's a lot of packs that they will be fixing in the short term.
Yeah.
That you should have access to. So I wouldn't I wouldn't uninstall it and reinstall it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't. The main thing that I was working to get was a song that I missed out of a pack because I overflowed the download buffer setting it up before I got the game. So yeah, the only way I could figure out how to get that song was to clear it all and start over. It went a lot easier the second time. So not sure if that means anything, but yeah, still haven't fixed the Bonnaroo pack, so I still can't play my Coheed and Cambria songs. And then cleaning up, just trying out some of last month's games that I hadn't from Plus that I hadn't gotten around to. Tried out Chariot, interesting little game, but not gonna be anything I'm gonna put any time into. Same with Kung Fu Rabbit. I was expecting something a little more actiony. Yeah, no, not so much.
I played that too, and I kind of got bored really quick with it.
Yeah, like 3 levels in, I'm like, this is it.
Yeah, I was like, there really should be more to. I can't wait. I'm sorry, I actually did play games.
And then I couldn't remember if this was last week or this week, but Mark played a little bit of Divinity Original Sin together. Over SharePlay, so that was an interesting look at that. That's something I'm interested in, but just don't have room on my plate for at the moment.
Wait, you broke up a little bit when you were saying that. Did you say Vin Diesel Sin? No.
He did. You did break up when you said it, but Divinity Original Sin.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah. And then I've actually been playing quite a bit of Tetris.
I played Vin Diesel Sin.
It's just Vin Diesel going through stuff like, I'm not even hungry, but I'm gonna eat this.
Actually been playing a weird amount of Tetris. It's one of those things like I've only got like 10 minutes, so I fire it up and I play some Tetris, and then I get my butt kicked, and then I turn it off.
I can make you cry now about Tetris because I was playing Tetris too. I found my dad's Game Boy.
Oh, like you're playing like old school, like real Tetris.
Yeah, my dad's Game Boy Color, where he played Tetris on it all the time.
Oh,
so
wow.
I fired it up, and all my dad's high scores are in there. And I was playing.
Have you beaten it?
Old school Ghosts high scores.
Nah, I'm not gonna beat my dad's high scores.
Well, you could just get right there and then just stop.
Yeah, I just play as a guest on it. I just play a little bit just to goof around on it.
Yeah. I'm not really very good at Tetris, but I was beating Keegan tonight, so that was all. All was well with the world.
That's all that matters.
As long as you beat your children, all is well with the world.
Exactly.
Welcome to the family show.
I put my handicap to 10, and I couldn't survive that, but that was a different thing. And then this month, I did download and fire up the game Dragon Fin Soup, which came out.
So I want an explanation of this game.
You want an explanation of this game? Well, I'm not sure I'm going to be much good at this because it was really late last night when I fired it up and I didn't play for very long. But it is described as an active RTS rogue type hybrid.
Yes, so I got that. I understand the words that go into that jigsaw puzzle piece.
I downloaded based on the description, so I'm going to play this.
So it is a roguelike, so the amount of game you get in and how much you want to restart is all dependent on how quickly you die, which this is a die easy game. And that part I haven't quite figured out yet. A lot of roguelikes, dying is actually a part of the script and how you progress the story. This one I'm not quite sure yet how that all fits in. But you control a character in a top-down, grid-based world, but while it is turn-based, it's very active. So if you don't take your turn, things keep on going without you. So you've got a grid, but you're not like taking your time, seeing how many squares you can move this way, or could you move that way, and if you move 1/2 a square this way, can you cast your spell there? No, this is all you move and then you attack, and then you move and then you attack. It's all very much more active, similar to kind of what you would have with like Disgaea, but not really. Your main character is a post-traumatic stressed alcoholic chick with a giant knife and a wolf.
Well, that sounds. I'm sold.
Minus the wolf, you got me.
And near as I can tell, there's no party. It's just you. I think you have other characters that will join you in battles, but they're all computer controlled, which is kind of necessitated by how active the battle is. When you start out the game, you have your basic attack, which is just your sword, and then you have shotgun shells and a bomb. It wasn't until the end of the battle that I figured out how to try to use either of them. The game explains, at least as far as I went, explains nothing. You just get thrown into this world and start pushing buttons and see what happens. It is an indie title, small developer title. I think it was a 5-developer group, if I remember correctly. It's got gorgeous art. It's got great music. It's got a very high-res, old-school look, if that makes any sense. Kind of sprite-based, hand-drawn sprite-based kind of look to it. And it looks like it's going to be an interesting romp. How grindy it gets will be probably the determiner of how long I try to play it, because that's the problem. I don't have the time to grind. So, but yeah, it was very interesting. I have no idea what the dragon, the fin, or the soup has to do with anything yet, or if it's just a cool name to get you to buy something because, heck, it's called Dragon Fin Soup. But if you're on Plus, you get it free for all 3 platforms. The initial thing I read said that the PS3 version wasn't ready yet, but when I downloaded it last night, there were all 3 versions. So it's actually one of the Vita games. So
yeah, I downloaded it on the Vita.
So, and I'm pretty sure it'll look awesome on that little screen. So.
Anything else that you played?
I don't know. Let me confront my list. Nope.
Did he just say confront his list?
I did say
confront
my list.
his list. Yeah.
He's just aggressive with everything.
I am. It's a very, very angry place I live.
He's just all up in its face.
Oh, Yahtzee. Also, Yahtzee. I've been playing Yahtzee.
Oh, I thought you were just yelling Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Yahtzee!
Yeah, nice.
The one at all the things.
Well then, Nick, how about you? What have you been up to this week?
Destiny, next.
No.
Call of Duty.
No, God. Ugh.
Sup, bro?
Yeah. I got 7th Prestige on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and now I'm done. So, I guess this week... Huh?
Did you really?
Yeah. I was always top of my rank. I was one of those people who'd go home, and I would continually play it. So I got so good where I was always first or second. And it wasn't because I did something special, like I ran around with shotguns or knives. I did do that once or twice, but that wasn't what I specialized in. I just sat with an M14, a single shot, and it shoots as fast as you pull the trigger, and I can pull the trigger really fast. So I could just, and it's got 18 rounds in it, so you could just, in 4 shots, I take somebody out, no questions. They don't even have time to kill me. I can get, 4 kills before I have to reload. It was pretty simple. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of Borderlands.
Now I know what Mark feels like when we talk about sports.
No, you don't.
So I've been playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel specifically, trying to get through it, just to get the trophies, so I can actually create my first video on it. I have finished the main story. I have a level 30... The mechanical guy with augmentations. I don't know his name. It's been a long night. Who?
Bruce?
No, it's not his name.
Oh.
The guy, he gets 2 Centurion robots. That is a special.
Cecil.
No, that's for wrong game.
Hans?
Closer. So I've been playing as him. It's been fun. I'm trying to currently get levels up, and I'm trying to complete all side missions. Problem is, I need a group to kill the Invincible and carry a knight.
Here we go again!
No, don't do this.
I swear we've heard this before somewhere. sometime.
I'm having
I
fun.
got it done. Hey, I actually got the platinum done.
So that means you'll never get the Borderland one.
Oh,
You have to like have some
wow.
trade-off.
No, actually,
Wow.
I looked online. Because I have the PlayStation 4 Handsome Collection, I can get all of them without someone else. So I actually don't need somebody else, technically. Technically.
Nice.
So, other than that, haven't played a whole lot of Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I did get the Halloween items because you have to. Out of 7 pulls, I got 1 5-star.
Oh.
Your luckiness? Yeah, no, don't have it.
Well, now I haven't had it for a while, so.
But look on the bright side. One of your exclusives is Selfie's item, and she's got like one of the best.
No,
Like-
I mean, thank you for trying to make me feel better, but
I use your Selfie all the time.
thank you. I get a constant 1,000 gil every day, and I know that every time I have Selfie and I'm doing a tough battle, it's always nice to go, oh, for health, and you're done.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
nice.
ever since I switched to Vanille, like when I got her binding rod, I put her as my roaming warrior, and in the past 2 days, I've gotten like 50 friend requests.
Mm-hmm. When I first got my exclusive, I popped it on, I put it as my roaming warrior, and I'm like, congrats, you are now glued to that spot. Thank you. First day, oh, you got 24 friend requests. Holy crap! I think I have 100 right now. I think I legitimately have 100 friends, and
That's the maximum that you can have.
Yeah, I think I know 2 of them, and they're both here. So, I've been playing a lot of deck heroes.
Hey, I still use Ace, who hasn't played for 25 days.
I was gonna say, is my guy still out there?
Here.
Tier. Singular tier.
Hey, as long as
I just used her in battle. You're gonna have like 1 billion points when you come back. I'm just saying.
I should log in once a month just to claim my gil.
I just got 5,200 gil. Holy crud. So, yeah, I've been playing FF Record Keeper slowly. Selfie gay friends, so I have a slew of people to pick from.
Oh, okay. So wait. You cut out, and all of us heard the exact same thing. I have a slew of gay friends, and that's all I know.
I'm not
That's
sure what that
you
has to
said.
do with the game.
I'm not sure what it has to do with the game either. I mean,
I have
you.
I have a slew of game friends thanks to Selfie.
That is
it's
so
not a big
what
That's
it was.
not what
Yeah.
you said. No.
You don't have to call it out. We all have gay friends. It's
Yes, it's okay. It's natural.
Anyway, what else have I been playing? Borderlands. Oh, the thing I'm not supposed to talk about, but I've been playing it.
Wait, so you did get into that?
I did.
Okay, so you and I need to compare notes after
Oh
class.
I thought he was talking about Destiny.
Yeah. No, that's that which should not be named.
No. Yes. Anything else that you played?
I'm getting Fallout 4 next week. I'm gonna try and
So you have not played that yet?
no.
Okay.
No, there's nothing else I have played.
wait, that's coming out next week?
It
Yeah,
is.
next week, Tuesday. I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm not
PS4.
getting that. That takes time.
Yeah.
I got
Really,
Transformers.
really good
I got
time.
Transformers to button mash through first.
Yeah, you haven't even started that yet, have you?
That's not true. I
He
started.
did start it. He started
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I actually saw him online with it.
Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah, I really
didn't
like
play
it.
online.
Well, no, I'm not.
No,
but
no,
it
no,
comes
no,
with
no,
your
no,
name.
you were-
with your
you
name.
were
with it.
online.
Okay, I just said don't start ugly rumors. Did I?
No. I
Yeah,
was
he does
online
play
and saw your name with Transformers underneath it. That's what I saw.
Okay, we're okay then.
So I too played Final Fantasy Record Keeper a lot. I got all the crystals for Hope and the rest of those Final Fantasy 13 people. I don't even remember their name and don't care about them, but I got them anyways. I have not yet tried the Super King Kamehameha difficulty on all the daily dungeons yet. But what is it called, Plus or whatever it is now? But I will probably jump into tonight's Cypher thing because I love Cypher.
Setzer?
Setzer. Okay, wait. So it's Setzer and not Cypher?
Yeah, it's 6.
Oh. Well, then I am much less excited about this then. That's
Cypher is the kid from New Mutants.
No, Cypher is Squall's nemesis in Final Fantasy VIII.
He doesn't play Final Fantasy games.
No,
He doesn't
that's
know who
right.
you're
he
talking
does.
That's not true.
exactly
That's
right.
not true.
Cypher is in FF8. Sitzer is not.
Setzer's in 6.
Yes.
Sitzer is in 6,
I
yes.
thought Kate said Cypher, not Sitzer.
No,
So I
Setzer.
was all excited about this. Now I'm not so much, but I'll still
No,
go.
if it was
with
Cypher, I would actually log back in again.
And that's
Yeah.
not true.
It'll be
I have played the Final Fantasy games, I think up to 5 on the Game Boy.
4 was so good.
On the Game Boy Advance, I was
The
running.
next 8 event does have Cypher coming up.
That. Well,
So
I will be
it will
very
happen
excited
soon.
about that. Let's see. Cap Titans. I am on like my 12th prestige, and Matt, to your point, I just did like level 246 or something like that, and I noticed that there is a rate of no extra bonus gems when you prestige after a certain point. So I would try to get to like 215 and then just go ahead and prestige. Just FYI.
Okay.
What? What do you mean there's no bonus? There's...
It doesn't seem like I went from 215 I think to 247, and it was the same at like 235 that it was at 247.
Okay, it must take a jump at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but I was not seeing any traction, so I'm like, well, I'm not just going to keep burning levels. I'm not going to get anywhere close to 300. I might as well just prestige.
Yeah, because you get like 6 those little heart jars or whatever at like around like 500 or so.
Oh wow! All right, yeah, because I think I'm getting close to 100 gems when I prestige now, so that's not.
Oh yeah, you get way more than that. Like I get like 600 every time I prestige.
Jeez, man.
And I'm not even playing a lot anymore.
So we started 2 new streams for the site. They're both centered around the same game. It's a game I want to talk about for a couple minutes. It's called Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. It is a CRPG, which means that it is a computer role-playing game. So it's like the old Baldur's Gate type of turn-based battle systems. It is not a action RPG. It is not a Japanese turn-based RPG. It is a take as much friggin' time on your turn as you want to figure stuff out game, and it's super slow, and you have to actually go through all the dialogue to understand the story, and it is not a quick game, but for people who enjoy these types of games, it is one of the most rewarding that's been made in years. Now, this was originally a Kickstarter game that was funded for PC and Mac. It did very well on PC and Mac, and now it got a console release finally. I played it on the Mac version when it was, a year ago, 2 years ago, somewhere on there. And it just came out stealth mode for PS4, I think 2 weeks ago.
It's last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah, it's only been a week.
So according to PSN profiles, there are less than 600 people that own this game, which is mind-boggling to me because it's super good. So if you have an inkling like that, you might like something like that, I highly recommend you pick it up. It is a fantastic game. It will take you hundreds of hours to complete. Probably, if you plow through the story, probably about 60 hours to complete. So John and I,
Child's Play.
Yeah, are working through that now. We're documenting.
You mean he's standing around while you charge your fireballs and pick everybody's pockets?
That is exactly correct. But I will say.
But it's nice to have someone to chat with.
That's right. And while I'm picking their pockets, he's unlocking everything because he is also a thief. I know he makes it sound otherwise, but he is just as big a thief because you have to be in that game. This is not one of those ones where it's like, oh, Chrono, go look in the barrel just to see if they have anything. Ha ha ha. No, it's like, if you want to actually buy anything in this game, you have to steal it from everybody else. It's the only way to afford anything. It's fantastic.
I kind of like this idea.
It's really great. I mean, the big thing about it is that there are two mechanics. There's sneaking, and then there is the actual skill of being able to pickpocket or unlock traps. What you end up doing is there are two main characters and you can fill out your party with two NPC characters, and you still control them and tell them what to do. So John has two and I have two. And what you'll do is, like, if you go into a shop and there's maybe 4 people or 3 people in that shop, you take one of your NPCs and you engage one of them in conversation looking away from where you want to do the stealing, so that you can then take your normal character and go actually do the stealing. And you may have to do this up to 2 or 3 other times with all the other characters just to create that window of opportunity for proper stealing.
So it's like real life.
Kind of. Except that when you sneak, you actually like wear a disguise of a rock or a bush, and you're high-step walking as you do it.
Oh, so it's exactly like real life.
Yes, exactly like real life. So, but the combat's a lot of fun. The strategy is amazing, and that's probably one of my favorite things is approaching each battle, looking at what your battlefield looks like, how you might be able to use certain areas as choke points for monsters and bad guys, and then, of course, shooting fireballs. Who doesn't love that? So Divinity's, if I was going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it about an 8.5. It's not going to be for everyone. If reading item descriptions and figuring out new crafting. Now, I will say that they actually voiced over 70,000 lines of dialogue. There's nothing that isn't voiced in the game. So that's impressive to me. And it's something that my girlfriend or my wife appreciates. But she does find it a little bit slow. So take that as you will. What?
I can imagine. It's right up there with the slowest games of all time.
Her comment was literally, "I thought this was going to be Diablo," and I'm like, kind of some of the same ideas, but slower. And yeah.
Yeah, if that Diablo is the Flash compared to Divinity.
And I think that's it's a case where you may not have ever played a game like that. It gives you an amount of player agency and freedom that you don't see in a lot of games, because you can take a tremendous amount of control over the battlefield and figure out exactly where you want to position people to do certain effects, etc. So it's really, the rabbit hole runs deep if you want that kind of simulation. If you're just looking to beat someone over the head with something, this is not the game for you. This is not the game you're looking for. Go somewhere else. That's right, I just made a Star Wars reference.
You will be converted.
Did you really? Was that really?
Yes.
All right.
All right. I also traded a bunch of games in and picked up WWE 2K16. I can't
be disappointed by it.
You're just a glutton for punishment.
I know. But I will say that I've had it for 2 days now. I have yet to actually play the game. All I'm doing is downloading created content from online, because people have already made like all the wrestlers I want and stuff. So I have to go find them. I will say that they have done something really horrible, smart yet horrible in this game. You can only download 20 things per day.
And you hit that cap every day?
I hit that cap every day for the last 2 days.
He probably hits that cap in 5 minutes.
It's not. It takes a little longer to download things. But the point is, I hit the cap every day. And so, literally, I'm probably going to be creating my game for the next, 6 days, 7 days. And
Okay,
then
I just lost my crown to you.
and then I will start my WWE universe, fire all the WWE wrestlers, and replace them with good wrestlers from every other past federation in existence. And then I will probably write storylines for them, because I am that huge of a wrestling nerd.
You should seriously just get an old copy of Fire Pro.
I don't like Fire Pro.
Because
Sorry.
you have no
It's
taste.
communist.
Yeah.
I'm not a communist. I just don't like the grappling system, any of that stuff. I don't even know if I'm gonna like this one because I haven't played it yet. So we'll see.
I guarantee you won't because it's poop crap.
Oh man, I hope not. But we'll see.
It is.
I may just spectate. I do that a lot. I may just spectate and let the computer decide. That way, I figure out what the next storylines are supposed to be.
Did Ukes all of a sudden take over the game engine?
Ukes has owned the game engine for quite a while.
Have they really? Then why does it suck?
Yeah, because they I think 2 years ago they completely gutted the whole thing and brought it up to next gen, and so now they've been slowly rebuilding everything. So
maybe it'll be back then.
I'm hoping. I'll let you know once I've actually played it. Another one that I played this week that snuck onto the PSN without any warning is called Indivisible, and I'd heard about this, but I'd not had a chance to play it until yesterday. This is by the creator of Skullgirls, which is the hand-drawn animated fighting game that was amazing on PC, PSN, Xbox, etc. So this is their second game, and the premise of the game is to create a action platformer using fighting game mechanics.
Tell me more.
So it's all hand-drawn, and it is gorgeous, high-res. It does not look 8-bit. It looks hand-animated. It's the closest thing I could think of is maybe Legend of Korra, kind of that level. It's really beautiful. When you get into combat, you have a move charge meter. And when the move charge meter is full, you can execute an attack. Now that attack varies by whether you're just pushing the button, or if you're pressing up in the button, or pushing down in the button. And each of those different attacks has different characteristics. Like, for example, pressing up and the attack button will do an AoE range, an area of effect attack that hits multiple people, but is weaker than if you do down and the button, which is a targeted single multi-hit attack.
Wait, go back a second. Did you say execute?
Execute.
Okay, just making sure. This sounds awesome.
So this is a proof of concept that they are using to fund their next Kickstarter. But it's free. You don't have to donate anything. You just go on the PSN, or I don't know if it's out on Xbox, actually, and you download it. I know it's on Steam, for sure, as well.
Is it on PS4, or is it?
It is on PS4. I don't know if it's on PS3. And the interesting thing is, it's a platform game, so as you go through it, you'll be jumping, wall jumping, exploring different areas, and then it switches to the fight mechanics for the fights. Eventually, you get a multi-segmented move bar, so you can do 3 moves in a row. So you might choose to do an AoE as an opener, and then 2 multi-hit things. Then they add more characters to the mix, and then they add blocking attacks to the mix as well, because then the bad guys have attacks, and they flash, and you have to know to hit your button to block at a certain time. And
so this is like Legend of Legaia or Xenogears was for RPGs, except it's an action game.
Yes, I would say that is a very valid analogy, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see this as a full game. I had a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I've played fighting games for years. Every time they attacked me, I kept holding back to block, and that didn't work because you got to press a button. And it was sometimes kind of hard to read if there were multiple bad guys on a plane. It was hard to read which character they were going to attack.
I still have a hard time with Mortal Kombat because of that.
Yeah, so it was a little challenging, but man, it was beautiful. The soundtrack was a little annoying, I'm not going to lie. But the mechanics that were in there were extremely promising, and I hope that gets made into a full-fledged game. So that's called Indivisible, and you can download that on the PSN right now.
And just FYI, as of earlier today, of its, I believe it's I think it's a $1,500 Kickstarter. There's 10 days left, and it's only at 600.
That's very sad. I would encourage everyone to check this out. One of the other things I played this week is also a repeat game that I played on another platform that came to the PlayStation, also in stealth mode, I think last week. I had traded, when I did all my trading, I got some, I bought a PSN card just so I could get this. Marvel Puzzle Quest has been repackaged as a PlayStation standalone game. And I said to myself, okay, I played the free-to-play one a lot. How could they possibly package this into a standalone game? Pretty well, it turns out. You have to play through all the story missions, but as you play through each story missions, you unlock covers to power up people and unlock new things. And there's they have so much content that they've built up since the launch of the iOS and Android game that it actually is a full gathering game right there for you. It's pretty interesting. So
it doesn't have microtransactions built in?
So there are no microtransactions built into the gameplay. They do offer 2 downloadable packs that give you 2 new characters, which I think the first one is Punisher and the Hulk, and the second one is Doc Ock and Deadpool. But that being said, that gives you all their stories as well, because the Hulk has a full-fledged storyline from playing the free-to-play iOS game that you go through. You just do it here in order and build those things up. It also does have a multiplayer online component. I haven't had a chance to check that out yet because my characters are still too wimposaurus to take online, in my opinion. And the other sad part about it is there's no platinum, which I'm a little bummed about. But so far, really digging it. For one of those games to play right before you go to bed, that's what I've been using it for. And I've progressed pretty far. My characters are up to level 30-something, so that's not bad.
Wait, is it on the Vita or is it just PS4?
I would hope it's on the Vita, but I don't know, to be honest. That's something, Matt, you should look that up. Please, and thank you. While I continue down my list here. So I was
I'm
also
actually looking it up right now, too, because that sounds like something I want to get.
It's really good. Closed beta test I can't talk about. I will say that the one thing I will say is that my opinion on it has changed slightly, and that's where I'll stay.
I can say this then. I haven't played. Everybody knows. I can say the genre of it, right?
I don't think you can.
Oh.
I don't think you can talk about it at all in terms of anything identifiable.
Okay, so I can say no, this works.
The Vita version, by the way.
Oh, there's no way I could. I haven't played a game like it yet, so it was my first experience. I'll say that.
I get what they're doing, and I get them.
I do too.
I get the
I see a lot of people getting. Well, I can't. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I also played Super Meat Boy. That game is ridiculous and fun and ridiculous.
It is a fun platformer.
Yeah. Super hard but fun.
Yeah.
And then I also played Chariot.
It's a platforming game, that's for sure.
Yeah. I also played Chariot, and I had played it previously, and I still like it. So.
And Marvel Puzzle Quest is not available for Vita.
What?
PS3 and PS4.
Yeah, everybody's just salty about it too. They're like, "This would have been great on the Vita, guys."
Well, I can just remote play with my Vita and my PS4 and play it that way. You could too.
Oh
you
yeah.
Could too.
No,
Hello.
Yeah, that's true. I do that stuff.
Then you'd have it on the Vita.
I played Peggle like that a lot.
I actually find Puzzle Quest kind of expensive, considering what it is.
How much is it?
It's
$14.99.
That'll be free next
$14.99. I don't know about that. I think it's actually for the amount of content and the amount I've played it already, I think it's not a bad buy. Just my opinion. Well, we'll try to do this. He's been dodging us the whole time. Turo, are you there?
I don't think he's there. There's just like an empty space where his head usually
I
would be.
really think he's gone.
And he's been gone for a long time, too.
Mhm.
I'm a little concerned, actually.
I'm a little concerned also.
I mean, I worry about him just in general, but I'm a little extra worried.
I'm afraid that the Ozarkians might have actually finally gotten to him. Found where he lived.
Ozarkians?
Ozarkians.
And sorry, I was off by a few factors of 10. It's on Indiegogo, The Indivisible, not Kickstarter. I know we use that as kind of a verb or Kleenex type term, but it's currently at 637,000 of 1.5 million. With
Got it.
10 days left, so it's 42% funded with 10 days left.
I thought that 1,500 was a weird total.
I thought I wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna call you out on that.
It was too, but they have. I'm just used to them lowballing so much, so that's the number.
1,500
that's
is
stuck in my head.
really low, though.
Yeah,
I was
well,
like, who's making a game for $1,500? All right. So, are there any topics before we get to the news that anyone wants to address of the things that happened this week?
I'm going to bring this up simply because it is video game related. The Yokai Watch anime is atrocious. It is the worst thing I've ever watched that's come out of Japan.
I
It
would
is
be curious
horrible.
to see what the ratings are.
I don't even want to know because I'd probably be depressed if they're above -1 million. I mean, I got through 4 episodes, deleted all the recordings, and canceled the schedule. That was just bad. And now we've lost Mark. But one of the kids has asked for that for Christmas, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Maybe the game will be good, and the
No,
anime is just...
Santa said that sucked, son. I'm sorry.
The game's getting pretty decent reviews.
They're saying it's a little muddled, but still kind of it's interesting.
Yeah, the world's interesting. A lot of the mechanics seem to not be really cared for, but the world seems to be the thing that most people are getting in depth on, learning about the yokai and why they're there, and solving the puzzle of how to beat them.
They're there to make money.
Yes, basically.
All hail our new Lords and Saviors, Yokai Watch.
But yeah, I couldn't believe how bad that anime was. That was so bad.
So let's start with probably something that shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, and that is Konami confirming that they have closed
everything.
Yeah, pretty much. But they've closed the U.S.-based Metal Gear Online studio, and I saw some pictures of it empty today that were very heartbreaking. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. I keep playing Metal Gear Solid 5. The game, you would think I would get bored of doing the same things over and over again. I just don't. It's so much goddamn fun to airlift people out under other people's noses.
You made fun of me for Destiny. Jeez.
Well, you know what? There's more content in this game than Destiny's full first year.
There's more content in Pac-Man than there is in Destiny.
Pretty much.
You can't.
So, Konami confirmed that they closed the LA division responsible for the Metal Gear Online portion of Metal Gear Solid 5. It opened in 2012 originally, and they told Polygon that Konami has made the decision to close its Los Angeles studio effective immediately due to the product development resources being restructured into a more centralized unit, meaning Japan. This facility contributed to the recent Metal Gear Solid games. Konami will continue its operations to support all Metal Gear Solid titles, including MGS5 and Metal Gear Online. Metal Gear Online is still scheduled to release for PC Steam in January of 2016. And, it's such a fascinating, horrible death spiral that this company's in.
Pachinko machine!
You know, I say death spiral, but restructuring and vacating this space is probably the better way to say it. It's just so weird. But they keep saying that they're going to make more games, and I don't know what to believe anymore. So,
Not.
Games for your microwave.
um,
I would be sitting there playing it as I make a hot pocket. Just one more level, one more level.
Hey, I'd be surprised how many times when the internet goes out, like at work, and I sit there playing that stupid dinosaur jumping over the rocks and stuff game.
You
I
don't
have
do
no
that
idea
work.
what
What are
you're
you talking
talking about.
about?
yeah.
In Chrome? Oh, you guys, you're Apple heads. You probably never use Chrome. But in Chrome, when you lose internet connection, it can't connect to internet. It goes to this picture of a sad dinosaur, and if you hit the space bar, it's an endless running game where you have to jump over cactuses and rocks and duck under pterodactyls and stuff.
Oh, I have a new objective at work. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I've never heard
awesome.
of this whatsoever.
And no, I'm not an Apple guy. I hate Apple. I am a PC diehard.
Oh yeah, not you. Him.
Him, probably him. Who cares? But now I have a new objective in life. Disconnect my internet, tell Google to go somewhere, plug my internet back in, and play the dinosaur game.
You've never seen it?
No.
Endless
Never
runner
seen it.
game. I love it.
I'd seen the
Yeah.
dinosaur for forever, but one
Dave
day,
plays it right before he goes to sleep.
right before, the
I mean,
one day.
I
One
do.
day-
There was one time my internet like crapped out on me, and I started playing it on my phone because it works on mobile.
My God.
I found that out, and all of a sudden the internet popped back in. I was like, oh.
So couldn't you just turn on airplane mode?
And try to go somewhere?
I'm doing that now.
Wait.
Oh, I'm connected to Wi-Fi. Fail. Connected
Well,
to
turn on
Wi-Fi.
airplane mode and you'll be fine. That kills the Wi-Fi.
What's the
Um,
next story while I try this?
so Matt,
So you what?
what if I told you I could buy a game development company for $4 billion?
I'd say knock yourself out.
Dude, it totally works.
It works, yeah.
We've lost them. They're gone. They're gone.
See, I have a different answer for that one. Because I know the game company you're talking about, and I would say they would have to pay me $4 billion.
Yeah.
What's the company?
Go ahead, Matt. This one's yours.
Oh, well. Excuse my French, but shitlords of the game development unite. Activision Blizzard has bought King. That wonderful little company
That's right.
that
does
brought us
Candy
all of
Crush.
these sagas of crushing candies and sodas and such. And
Wait, they
really,
paid how much?
$5 billion.
$4
Was it
billion.
5? I thought it was 4.2 billion.
It's 4.9. Add in
4.9.
tax, and because they can, 5.
Okay.
All right then.
So
if they even pay
yeah.
tax on that.
So there's So the one of the least liked publishers of the console age has bought the most crappy, unethical mobile development studio in history.
So how long till we see Call of Duty Ops Crush?
I was gonna say FPS Candy Crush. FPS Candy Crush.
There's gonna be a Candy Crush mod for Blops 3, I guess.
Blops 3 Crush.
Blops 3 Crush.
Blops
Or there's
Crush.
gonna
You heard it here first.
Or there's
Where's
gonna
our
be
money?
Guns.
No,
and
guys, you're thinking small.
Oh no.
Blizzard is going to be refocused on World of Candy Crush.
Oh God, why did you say that?
Blops edition.
Big picture here.
It'll be stripy candies versus, instead of Horde Alliance, it'll be stripy candies versus bomb candies.
And if you get stripies, and if you get 5 stripies in a row, you get a colored faction. Oh.
Okay, seriously, what about a Diablo-themed match 3 puzzler where you have to, kind of in the vein of, Puzzle Quest?
Puzzles and Dragons.
Quest.
Yeah.
Puzzles and Dragons.
Oh, gee.
They're totally going to use that title.
Yeah.
That's a real game.
Blops 3 Crush. It's on its way.
Well, yeah. The only thing I could think of is if they were really trying to do this. Activision Blizzard was really trying to do this seriously, and they just toss basically all the King stuff out and try to have moderately competent mobile developer working on mobile integration for their console games. That was like my attempt to actually give it some rational thought, and then I was like, no, that's way too much thought. So
Money hats.
they're just going to make money and do cross promotion.
Did anybody learn anything from the acquisition of Draw Something?
No.
Like, clearly, there's no lessons learned in this business.
No, none.
No. And
So like they make this multi-billion-dollar acquisition right when they're about to get their ass handed to them in the music game.
Zynga. I mean, they could have just looked at Zynga. Same thing
God.
happened with Zynga, and it's like they didn't learn anything. I don't see what their long picture game plan is.
Well, especially because when Dave said draw something, that's like the first time I've heard that in forever. Draw something. That.
And
oh
how
yeah.
much is that? That was like a billion-dollar game, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
At the time, I think that went for like 1.2, 1.5 billion.
Yep. And
It was up there.
Look at it now. It's going to be interesting to see how they try and convert that into an ROI on this $5 billion acquisition. Because
it's got to be a tax dodge. This is all like somebody just the executives got drunk, saw the showing of the producers, and we're just like, oh, we could do this in video games.
Well, speaking of things that were drunk, Rock Band 4 was a little bit drunk when it launched.
That's par for the course nowadays.
It's still a little bit tipsy, though.
Yeah, it still is, but I was a little upset when I started playing it, and we've not actually had a chance to talk about that. I felt that it was missing a lot of the features that it just should have had from day one. One of the big things that really annoyed me...
drums.
No, it had drums. It has drums. But one of the things that annoyed me is that you couldn't use any of your created characters as stand-in characters in the band. Because my band was always consisted of, my character, my girlfriend, my wife's character, and then a couple alt characters. You gotta get used to that, dude. I know, I'm never gonna get used to it. But they released a patch this week, and that is now one of the first things that they fixed is that you can now allow custom characters as band stand-ins.
5.1 sound.
Yep, 5.1 surround sound finally. The session musician screen now displays custom characters as well as the prefabricated characters. Quick Play now uses the most recent band stand-ins to populate the characters. You can now deploy vocal overdrive with the friggin' touchpad, which is genius.
Yeah, because like my daughter's voice was already so high to start with, when she tried to kick overdrive by hollering into the mic, it doesn't always register, so that's a good workaround for her.
Well, and there's certain songs that it seems to do a much poorer job
of targeting.
Detecting that you're trying to do it. So I'd be sitting here singing into the mic. My wife's playing guitar, and then I'd like scream into the mic to activate overdrive, and it would scare the living piss out of her. So it's just like you gotta get those points, man. All right. So, anyways,
fixed a handful of bugs and made the main character look less derpy while he or she is singing.
So is it like it's pretty much just par for the course now to have a game that's like not good when it comes out?
And they were upfront about it. They're like, this game is a shell, and we're just going to keep adding to it as we go along.
And they were. So I'm not as upset about it. I just felt like for a day one release of a rhythm game, there are things missing that should have been there. Those being small things, but things that added to the overall frustration.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm still really frustrated.
There's still practice mode and online. I mean, those are the two things that people are frustrated with.
Well, practice mode online and being able to create a freaking set list.
Yeah.
That's really, you can't create a multiple song set list. It's crazy. So, anyways.
Did Turo die?
I'm a little worried about him, actually.
The zombie apocalypse may have landed.
Matt, why don't you take the
sweet.
next one?
Okay. Let's see. Give me the thing out here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and hit this one. We touched on it earlier, but it is a new month, so we've got some new free games. We covered Xbox last week, but PlayStation waited till the last minute to drop theirs, largely because of the Dragon Fin Soup negotiation. That was a launch title. That is a launch title, so that launched this week and is part of the free. Besides that, for PS3, you got Mass Effect 2 and Beyond Good and Evil. Beyond Good and Evil, I never finished it back in the day, so I did download that. I'll probably still never finish it, but at least I have the opportunity. Those are your PS3 games. And Dragon Fin Soup is actually one of the Vita games, and then it has PS4 and PS3 versions as well. We'll get back to the other Vita game in a second because I do have some little I want to do about that one. On the PS4, you got The Walking Dead Season 2 and Magicka 2. The Walking Dead Season 2 kind of is a follow-up to the Halloween sale that they had, where you could get The Walking Dead Season 1 for, I don't know, was it like $4 or something like that? So folks were doubling up on that. The interesting thing about this is the one Telltale game that I'm aware of where there is no platinum trophy because of the way they did the multiple episodes. So that is one thing to know about this one, is there is no platinum trophy. Most people think that this is the weaker of the two seasons. I don't know.
I thought it was really good.
I really enjoyed Season 2. I mean,
Just like the
Episode
real
1...
show.
Yeah, Episode 1 of Season 2 is amazing. Now, the rest of the season doesn't live up to that standard, in my opinion, but it's still a really solid game, and I like where they went with it. So, Magicka 2, of course, all of us, well, not all of us, but a bunch of us bought just like a month ago, so lost there, and I bought all three Mass Effects when they did the trilogy sale for like $5 like 6 months ago. So, but the other Vita title, and you know, we kind of joked earlier about the signs that the Vita is dead, but this is really baffling to me, and kind of really points to the fact that Sony can't even get its developers who are still making content for the Vita that are publishing in North America to play ball on it, except for the guys that made Dragon Fin Soup. But Invisimals was the other game. Not the Vita Invisimals or a new Invisible. The original PSP, you had to buy a camera and strap it on top of your PSP to play Invisimals.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was that one.
It's like a $4 game. And now, you know, I'm not one to generally gripe about the what?
Sorry. I just they have some balls.
Oh,
That's what it is.
I don't get. I mean, I'm not one to gripe about the PS Plus games, whether I've already bought them or whether I like them or don't like them. I don't. Hey, I'm paying for the service anyway, so I'll take whatever I can get. But this is really, 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 really crappy. I mean, that is I don't know. Was that like a 6-year-old game?
You know what? If I was a betting man, I would bet that was not their original choice.
No, it's probably a fallback because it's a self-published. So
last-minute fallback.
Yeah, and that's probably what it is, and it's a Sony published title, so you know they can work what they want with it because they do have to work with all these developers to get the deal and how to do it. So it is probably a negotiation thing that fell through at the last minute. So that's probably another reason why it wasn't announced until the last minute, along with the Dragon Fin Soup negotiating going on. But yeah, that's just that doesn't leave a good taste in the mouth for Vita owners, right? And there's a legitimate gripe there that was the free game. Because I mean, they could have easily packaged it as like a trilogy and at least given you all three of the PSP games, because there were 3 PSP titles, so they could have at least packaged it as a bundle and said, "Oh, here's the Invisimals trilogy." That's still crappy.
I just don't get it. Is there a camera on the Vita? I can't even remember.
There is a camera on the Vita, yes.
Okay, so you can
front
still
and back.
You
Yeah,
can
you can
still
play-
use the functionality. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you can play the game. The game works perfectly fine with the Vita, using the camera on the Vita. You do have to have the card though, the trap. So I'm not sure how that works unless the
Nice,
Vita.
nice trap, Yugi.
Yeah, well, there's an actual what do you call them?
AR card?
Yeah, an AR card that you have to use to trap the Invisimals. So I'm sure you can probably find one online and print it out on a piece of paper and it'll work just fine. But that's interesting. I forgot about that aspect of the game. So, anyway.
Who here is getting Fallout? Nick is.
Someday.
No, Tuesday I'm getting it. On
Turo,
release day.
Turo looks like he's in pain.
Hey. I don't know. I really don't.
Why you do
Why
you have that
wouldn't you
phase?
get it?
Every time that I start up Fallout 3, I'm just like, why am I doing this? I should be
Because
playing another game.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna go
fun.
play another game, and then I play another game, and I have a lot more fun. But that's me personally. Now,
Oh.
watching people do terrible things and do the things that I'm not understanding what they do on Fallout 3, that's very entertaining. That's a game that I like to watch people play. But again, it's in the same area of overwhelmed, and I don't like that overwhelmed sense of I can do whatever I want.
Overwhelmed by choice.
Yes, yes, and it's like just like any Oblivion or any Elder Scrolls game, I should say. And same thing with
Girl,
did you Dragon
Sure.
Age? Yeah.
I will stream for you, and you can watch.
No,
You
yeah,
can
I
go.
probably will. No, and the reason why I'm like this
Sounded
is
creepy.
because no, it's all good.
I
It
will
was
stream for you.
It puts the motion in the stream.
I
will
stream for you.
No,
I'll pay you in
no.
Bitcoin.
No, I see how you went with Bon Jovi, but I'm thinking more along the lines of like Barbara with "I will stream for you." No, it's
I was
very
thinking
odd.
Brian Adams.
See, we've got the whole gamut covered.
See,
Right.
I shouldn't have come here. I shouldn't have come here. I broke the whole thing again.
Oddly
I'm
enough,
pretty sure
we're-
you guys have had like a nice conversation without me here, and all of a sudden I come in and I'm messing everything up.
We
We're
thought
talking
you were
about
dead.
music all over.
Yeah, we were a little
For a little
concerned
bit.
actually.
I have like a adrenaline shot coming out of my heart right now. You can't see that. That's fine. But that's the reason why I'm not. I think I am to watch Sammy play, but I might not if she doesn't want it because she didn't have as much fun playing Fallout than she did playing Dragon Age or Elder Scrolls, any Elder Scrolls.
Hey, since
So-
you're here,
Yeah.
do you know if Divinity Original Sin came out for the Xbox?
Mm,
The
I haven't
Xbox
seen
One.
anything. I don't think I've seen anything of it. And I check the whole store all the time. I'm just like, wait, anything? No?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's something I'd like to know for sure, because that's
Oh yeah, because original Sin?
yeah.
No. Well, yeah, because it was on PC, and then we talked about it, and we were hoping
Correct.
it was going to be coming in.
Well, it came to PS4. That's why I want to know if it came to Xbox One.
I think we said yes. So yes, yeah, it's out. Yeah.
Yeah, according to I just found this article on Polygon from May 15th that it was supposed to be coming to Xbox One. Whether or not it released at the same time as the PS4 edition, I'm still looking.
Yeah, it says pick up at store right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I do that? Because I think what
Do-
we were talking about that made
Do
me
you
like it.
do you like Baldur's Gate and those old kind of CRPGs?
Oh, that's what it was. Yes.
Well, then yes, because if you've not been noticing, I mentioned before we started 2 new streams on site. The first one is John and I. We're calling it the Enhanced Emo Edition of Divinity Original Sin.
Explain.
Yeah, so we were gonna do it. We picked female characters. We were gonna be emo girls playing the game, guys in real life. But that only lasted for like 20 minutes before we kind of got sucked into the game, and we didn't have another name, so we stuck with it. I did the Photoshop work for it and everything. So it's
I
just
need to
us
talk to
playing.
you.
Yeah. But then I also started one that's called Raggedy Ann and Andy Hardcore. The hardcore mode in the game, when you play it,
When you die.
when your party wipes, it erases the save file from the system.
That's what it was. That was another reason. Yeah.
And
that's scary.
if anyone dies, it immediately autosaves right then and there. So it's not like you can just auto-load and go
Yeah.
back to it. It's you have to res them or have enough money to res them, et cetera, et cetera. So it's
what if
super,
I'm like, oh snap, I died, and I'm about to see all my teammates die. I'm gonna unplug the router. Ha ha. Nope, it still doesn't work because it's still connected to somebody else.
it's it's not the router, it's local.
Oh, yeah.
Your game, even when somebody is playing multiplayer, they're playing your local game.
So it's like the screen thingy from PlayStation 4.
Sort of, except that you're not share playing. They own their own copy of the game, but they don't get to use any of their characters or equipment. They connect to your game and just possess one of your
so
characters.
you're hosting a game.
Correct.
I get it. That's
Yep.
scary. Oh.
It's pretty. So the funny part is if you watch the very first one from the Raggedy Ann and Andy one, I am talking about all this as I do the tutorial battle, and I actually team wiped during the tutorial battle. And it erased my save right there on the live stream, and I had to start over again.
So
Good
how complex is the customization?
In terms of what?
Characters.
Standard paper doll. So head, chest, boots.
Because that's the time that you wasted from doing that and then going. That's what I meant. I didn't want you to put like 3 hours into it and then be like, all right, tutorial, and then dead.
Yeah,
well, you might put 3 hours into your first character creation, but
yeah, because it's pretty doggone deep, and you can change everything off the bat. So they have pre-made, preset classes, but there's even like 11 of those. So from there, it becomes okay, do I want to just go with the preset, or maybe I don't like this skill and I want to swap it out for something else. You can do that right in the middle of character creation. So it goes as deep as you want the rabbit hole to go, to be honest.
Dang.
So anyways, I highly recommend you pick it up. Yeah, go ahead, Dave. Yeah.
Is Nick just trolling us wearing a hat from a video game company that was before he was even born?
That would be a yes. I thought this was assumed and known.
He's just trying to upset the old heads on the podcast, isn't he?
That is exactly correct.
Yeah, okay.
I got a
I
game.
want to wear a
I
hat.
got a game block or whatever it's called, an arcade block, and in it came a few cool gamer items, and one of them was the Atari hat. So I got a comic block today, and I got a
With
shirt.
what game on it? With what
So
game on it?
speaking of game
Breakout on your
related,
hat. You don't even know.
speaking of game related paraphernalia,
It'll bug
we
two people
started
here.
talking about. I hate you, Charles. So we started talking about Fallout 4. The Fallout 4 Pip-Boy edition has reappeared at GameStop.
reborn.
Wow.
Except
It's
that
$200.
instead of being $119.99, it's now
now-
$189.99.
Why?
Because
So-
it's the Ultimate Clone Collector Edition.
Because GameStop wants to. Oh, it's already gone. Never mind.
And they're gone.
I just looked at it again and it's like, nope, it's gone already.
And they're gone.
And they're-
That was the let's try and lure Dave Bach into buying this game.
Never mind. Yeah, because it came with the hardbound guide, some other thing I can't think of off the top of my head, and the Pip-Boy edition. So it was like 3 or 4 things all in one pack. That's why So the cost actually wasn't. It was actually what it would be if you would have bought all
The
those things
cost is
together.
justified then.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay, all right.
get that damn dirty hat off.
Wait, I thought you really liked this hat, especially what happened Sunday night. I really thought. I don't know.
Just shut up and
That's
go away. Go back to being missing.
Wow. All right.
Well, it's funny now that we know he's alive.
Yeah. It's fine.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's awesome. They thought I was dead.
Well, no, we were worried for a little bit because he just kind of disappeared and nothing happened. We were just like, well, maybe we stabbed him finally.
We thought the zombies
No.
had come to get you finally.
Finally, like we're hoping, like we got a betting pool going on, and
No,
some
no,
people
no.
got 2 weeks. I've got 4 days.
No,
you
Nick.
know.
I see, yeah.
Nick,
Assume it's gonna
Nick,
happen.
that's not a betting pool. That's called a death pool.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
sorry.
Yeah, right.
There was a really elaborate death pool out on me one time. when I was going through my bad phase in my life, and people were just assuming something really bad and epic was going to happen and kill me,
Wow.
but it never happened.
So-
Sorry.
So
So who
did
got
you
the
just
money?
So
He did.
speaking of
He
something
won.
else that never happened,
Oh God.
Guitar
That
Hero
actually-
TV.
It actually did happen at an old job. I'm not lying about that one.
Guitar Hero TV this week announced that normally, as the songs come up in Guitar Hero TV, they are free to play. But this weekend, starting at 6 p.m. on Friday, every song in Guitar Hero TV will be free in their on-demand form as well. Which tells me that if they're having to do this so soon after launch, nobody's paying for Guitar Hero TV.
Dude, I seriously thought you were going to say, as a special this weekend only, everything is going to be $2.99 all of a sudden.
Yeah, no.
So what about the people who did buy Guitar Hero TV?
Well, no. So that doesn't change anything. It's just everybody else gets.
So
I
yeah,
still don't know what the pricing looks like on that. I don't know if you
Well,
buy it in blocks or if you buy it per song.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
gotta
just
buy-
saying people.
yeah, you got to buy points, and then if you want to play a certain song, it's so many points.
So pretty much only James Franco and Lenny Kravitz are playing this game.
Pretty much.
Nice.
I'm glad I,
mean,
didn't pick up that game. Now.
I heard that Lenny Kravitz's penis flipped out while he was playing Guitar Hero, so now he's been banned from even that.
Oh.
Well,
Again.
and Joe's playing too, so Joe and James are on first name basis.
But
Yeah,
Joe's getting
pretty
paid for it.
Yeah, Joe is kind of getting paid for it.
Oh, that's sad. Going to look for a teammate in the band, and it's just saying pending, and they're
But
like,
to
"We
be
need somebody."
fair, so is James Franco. So there you go.
Yeah,
Everybody's getting paid to play Guitar Hero TV.
I
can't
think I
wait
felt
to play
bad
the
when
pending
Joe was
game.
like saying, "No, it's a really good game." We're like, "Oh, dude, not us. You don't have to lie to us."
Oh gosh.
Matt, do you have anything else on the news front?
Oh, I think I did. Hold on, I can never remember.
Something about good old games.
Yeah, Good Old Games has got their fall sale going on now, and there's on top of the sale prices for their stuff, they've got some extra bonus stuff. even though the Destructoid article says they're missing a knot in their statement. So in typical infomercial style, if you spend $5 during the sale, you get a free copy of System Shock 2, which is still held in fairly high regard amongst the community. If you spend up to $15, you get Chronicle of Riddick: The Assault on Dark Athena, which did get pretty good reviews when it came out. And if you spend $30, you get Banished, which I've never heard of, and I'm assuming
Like
it's because
literally?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, literally banished?
It's banished in italics, so I think it's the title of a game.
That's
but
not a way to.
but maybe they're saying if you're still silly enough to spend $30 with us, you should just be banned. So maybe that I don't know, but no. So yeah, the deals I guess are rotating every 12 hours. So they'll last till the 15th of November. So if you're looking for some on the cheap PC older gaming, slide on over to GOG.
Speaking of sliding,
God, I never missed that.
I hate
Fallout
you.
4,
See, I'm not such a bad host now, am I?
Fallout
No.
4,
Dude, we told you that we loved you.
Fallout 4 character creation involves a lot of sliding of
Sliders.
Stats.
sliders and.
Dear God.
If you would like to
This is
get your,
torture.
I was reaching really far.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
if you would like to get a jump start on making your Fallout 4 character, there is a website that allows you to do just that. It's over at rpg-gaming.com/fo4.html. You can actually go through the entire process, learn what perks you'll be able to get dependent on your stats, and build out your character in advance to have them walk out of the vault day one. So just a PSA, check that out. That's at rpg-gaming.com/fo4.
That's
.html,
actually
HTML.
But they
Really
let you
cool.
take the goat.
That's well, that's nice. That actually is really cool because I remember a lot of people not being able to play until they customize it just right, or seeing someone do that for a while, and that's actually really neat. That's really really cool.
Yeah,
So is there
I thought
some
it
sort
was.
of login way of putting in, or maybe a code or something that you get and just put it in the game? How's that going to work?
No, this is not affiliated with the game or anything. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised because of their little disclaimer. This might all be ripped from Fallout games, like the icons and everything.
Uh-huh.
So it may not be there for a very long time, depending on Bethesda's mood. But no, it has no interface with the game whatsoever. Nothing to do.
They probably just installed spyware on your machine, so you may
You
not
know,
want to.
it's a web page. There's nothing to download, so
And
you
it
should be fine.
banishes you from Fallout
Yes,
4.
nothing bad has ever happened from a web page. You are correct.
That's correct.
Oh, please don't say that at my work. They will believe it.
Do we have any other news this evening?
Let's see.
All
There's a weird little survey out there that both of us noticed. I didn't put it in the news. You did, so I guess we'll talk about it. The veracity and tenacity and exact backing of this study. It was done by Pew, so
Oh yeah.
there's that. But beyond this. Beyond that,
That's the gamer survey place, right?
yeah, pew pew pew. Yeah, exactly.
You don't have a lock on this, Mark.
So they came out with a demographic breakdown of console ownership based on many different categories, but the one that was the most interesting and was the subject of headlines is the gender gap, if you will, of the percentage of adults over the age of 18 who own a gaming console, which includes pretty much everything you could possibly play a game on, including back to like Atari 2600. The breakout, men versus women, 37% versus 42%. Yes, men 37%, women 42%. Now, this part here doesn't have any of the breakdown of what their, what the demographic background of the, like, where did they take the sample size from? Is this international? Is this just, oh no, it's North America. So that it does say that here. But, that is surprising. I guess, as far as I know, phones were not counted in this. If they were, that seems like a low number, actually. But that is not what one has been trained to expect. Not that
it covers portables, right?
Yeah, it covers portables. It covers every console back to.
Yeah, the Game Boy was huge among women.
True.
It was very huge. Tetris was a very big seller to women.
Right. So I mean, this
alone probably helped right there.
Yeah, but again, not having seen the question, I don't know if the question was, have you ever owned or do you currently own? The implication is that do you currently own? And again, this isn't play, this is own. So there is some slack there too. One could say it's skewed, more single moms with kids own a console, and it's really the kids, but they own it. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions.
Sorry, Matt, I got to stop you. The correct terminology is pwn.
Wow. Here I thought he was actually getting offended, and he actually took it and cranked it to 11.
That's right.
Brought me to my college years, and now that made me feel old.
Wow. So, and then they also break it out. They break it out by ethnicity, age group, income, education, and community type. Which, interestingly enough, the only thing that seems to affect it is if you live in an urban or a non-urban area. So,
well, because in a non-urban area you have crap internet.
Yeah, I mean,
and no
it's
console.
It's a poll, so take it, with a grain of salt. I just thought it was an interesting finding more than anything else.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm not as surprised as you guys are.
I'm not either, because especially when you look in the MMO space, there's a lot of female gamers now compared to what I would have said 5 years ago. The number keeps growing. So I expect
half the people that report female on MMOs are just there to get free loot, though.
Many men online role-playing girls.
yeah, I know, guys in real life. I know. But even that said,
Like, ha. It took me a second. I was like, GIR. Oh, hey, that works.
yeah, it does.
And the other half that are playing
but
MMOs are actually click farmers.
Well, right, yes. Almost got myself in trouble there.
You know,
Mhm.
I'm actually kind of pissed off
Why
that
that?
you're belittling female gamers, that they're just loot chasers or dudes.
No,
No. I'm saying there's a lot. There's a very big thing in MMOs because
I know, but it's still just
they
like,
get treated better.
but it's still just kind of like, oh, they just play as loot farmers. That's what it sounded like.
Oh no, I'm saying the guys.
He's talking about the paid loot farmers who just go into a game to mine it so that they can turn around real world money, sell it.
I know how loot farming works. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't saying.
No, he wasn't saying females are loot farmers.
I was saying that half the population that's playing the game are loot farmers. Yeah, that was.
He made a gross transition without good exposition.
Yeah, that was a bad transition. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Let's end with a final Fallout story because it's obviously going to be what takes over everything next week. There's a cross-brand promotion that I wasn't necessarily expecting that caught my eye this evening. Fallout cars in Forza Motorsport 6.
Yes.
So you can play the Fallout 4 Chrysler Rocket 69, which is basically a 1956 Ford F-100, in the style of, and they do a promotional video in Fallout style and everything. You'll be able to play that in Forza 6, I believe, today. So check that out if you are a racing fan. That's all the news I've got, unless there's anything else you've got, Matt.
Well, there is actually one that you put in there and left out, but the first that we know of confirmed PS4 horror game for the PlayStation VR was announced at a Sony Korean press conference earlier today. Referred to as White Day. Apparently, it is a remake
Simulation of Black Friday?
No. There was a old school, how old school I don't know, but apparently there's an old game called White Day, a Labyrinth Named School, which this is based off of or an homage to or whatever. But the trailer looked interesting. It was very, Japanese horror movie, but that I could see that being a tough play for a lot of people. Especially once you get the headphones on and everything. Yeah, that could be giving some people some heart palpitations.
So then that's going to do it for news. That'll bring us to all right, that'll bring us to closing thoughts. Let's start all the way on the far left with you, Turo.
I played Batman. Oh wait, I missed that part.
No, you can do it if you want.
I'm kidding. I really didn't play that much. I played a little bit of Batman, Halo, Clash of Clans, Pokemon. Yeah.
How are you liking Halo?
Batman Halo.
That was a weird learning curve.
Does it feel like Halo?
It feels like Halo. It's just the control scheme. It's a little bit different. The whole.
Is Nathan Fillion as handsome as I think he is in this game?
Yes. Yes, just yes.
Why? Is that a question?
It's just a joke question, but it's a joke question. Okay.
Because he's still, it's still him, and it's still Buck. I just can't believe. He was such a cool character in ODST, and just see him transition. I'm just like, that's funny. Anyway.
Have you finished the story?
No, because I suck.
Okay.
I need to. I'll do that tonight, actually.
I kind of want to report to hear about whether the story lived up to the kind of hype that they were building for it or not.
I keep hearing tons of stuff about it, but I don't want to read about it. And then my brother, he beat it. And he's like, I can't believe, and I go, stop right there. And he goes, oh, okay. So if that's where that's going, and that's my brother, so yeah, by next podcast you'll have an answer.
All right. Final thoughts, Dave.
Speaking of Nathan Fillion, everybody was watching Con Men, right?
I'm not yet. I haven't had time. It's in the queue.
It's time is the easy one for this one because they're only like 10 minutes an episode.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So it's worthwhile.
That's my kind of show.
Is it web only?
Yeah, it's Vimeo all right now.
Okay.
They had a thing. I don't know if it's still going on. It was a rental at first. You like rent it and you're able to watch like all the episodes as they come out. And then I got an email saying that I now own it. So okay. I don't know if that's still the deal, but it was kind of neat.
All right. Final thoughts, Kate.
I got nothing. Literally,
Right.
I can't think of anything.
All right. Final thoughts, Matt.
To follow on Dave's final thought, you can either rent it for 30 days for $14.99 or buy it for $20. It being Con Men. Aside from that.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
It did sound like you were pimping me, Matt. It sounded like you were.
It did. I realized that.
Things are really getting bad. Anybody?
Well, you got to make money while you can.
Trust me, I know.
I get it.
We all have to fund Mark's gaming habit somehow. So yeah, I guess that's about all I've got. They dropped a bunch of Star Wars posters today. That's consuming all my brain power. So
Now I'm just thinking of that crazy Twitter story that went around. That went viral. There was some crazy story that went across Twitter about like some woman who was like working with this other woman and it got like involved in this like crazy like hooker scam in Florida kind of thing.
Of course, it was in Florida.
how did we go from Star Wars to Twitter
I don't
hooker
know.
scheme?
Because you were trying to pimp me out.
No.
Oh wow,
All right.
man,
Wow.
this is
All right.
jumpy.
Nick,
podcast.
final thoughts.
This is awesome.
Fallout 4 next week. I will be streaming from moment of getting it to.
So wait, while it's installing, you're going to stream that? You're going to stream the progress bar for installing?
I'll watch the install stream.
He's going to stream from the store to home, and then he's going to stream a picture of the console while it's.
That you joke, but we live in that world now.
I know.
Yeah,
People
do.
do that.
The funny thing is, I could stream from me going to Best Buy, coming back, and I would just put it in front of my car, and you could watch all the crappy drivers doing what they do best.
I'll do that. I'll watch that. I'll comment and just be like, wow, that person doesn't know how to drive.
Is that a red light? Did they just go through a red light? I'm like, no, they just went through two. You didn't see them go through the other one down the street. Trust me, they don't care.
As he dies reading the comments while driving. That's all I'm going to say.
No, this is where I'd be like, hold on, guys, I have to pull over. The cop has to say something to me.
All right, so my final thoughts, a little housekeeping, of course. If you like the show, please click like and subscribe. Check out our streams that we're doing. We're doing lots of different things. Check out the website, gamersledge.com. Visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/gamersledge. Twitter at gamersledge. And, of course, since Matt likes to make fun of me, if you'd like to join our Pinterest page, it's pinterest.com/gamersledge as well.
Wait,
You have
what?
a Pinterest page?
Oh, we totally have a Pinterest page, yes. We have
When
a
did
Reddit
that
page.
happen?
Oh, it's all been there for a while. We've got a Reddit page, we've got a Tumblr page, We've got you name it.
Gamersledge has a
I
picture
didn't
page,
know we had
so
to
you
pitch
can check
this
that
one.
out.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Joe always never remembers anything, and so he'll try and pick a random when he's hosting the video veg. He'll pick a random social media service just to see if we have it, and then I'd be like, "Yes, we're on that one." He's like, "How do we have all these things?" I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. So, anyways, so that and the fact of pick up Divinity Original Sin. If you like CRPGs, because support the developer, it's good stuff.
Are you on
and then
Hello?
I know I looked at it. I
Wait,
can't
what?
remember if I signed up for it or not.
Which one?
Hello's
Hello,
supposedly it's going to be big someday.
Yeah, I know.
They
So
keep saying it.
we'll
Sending
end
me
this
emails.
in traditional fashion. What
Oh,
do you
God.
call a guy with a rubber toe?
It's been so good these past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
What do you call a guy with a rubber toe?
Rubber toe.
How stupid do I have to be? Like, what kind of intelligence are we talking about? Like kid or like?
Let's just let him answer so it could be.
Ah,
get it
man.
over with.
Rubber toe guy?
Roberto.
Ah.
Gosh, that's
You
so
were
bad.
close. You were so close.
Rubber toe.
Until
Yes.
next week, game on.
Game on.
I hate
No,
you.
you're not getting it from me this week. No. Just no.
Everybody's sad.